Okay, greetings everyone. Welcome to Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. Thank you for stopping by my channel. Thank my supporters, my commenters, my well-wishers, my naysayers. Don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, share, and like. And if you get commercials, for those of you on premium like I am, if you get commercials, watch one or two every now and then. I'm not saying all the time, every now and then. You know, uh, when I first got my freedom back, enough said, I was online. This is back in 1999. No, yeah, 1999. I was 6, 7, 8. In 1999, my brother, God bless him, bought me a computer. And I've always been intimidated by computers. I've always been intimidated by technology. Even to this day, I'm scared to push a button that I'm unfamiliar with because I don't know what can happen. I'm still doing the basics in words, and I know there's more I can do, but I'm just reluctant to go beyond the knowledge that I have already. That's why they say, as dumb as I am, I owe it to myself. But anyway, he got me a computer, and at this time, there was chatting or what have you on there. You know, I forgot what site it was. It was AOL. AOL had chat rooms and all that stuff. And I remember that I met this girl online, and we had agreed to meet. And so I met her at one of these drive-to burger joints, or one of these drive-through burger joints that has a table outside. So I'm sitting outside, and I'm waiting on this girl to come, and a car pulls up, a small car pulls up, and this girl was so big. This white girl was so big, she could hardly get out the car. And she like waddled over to the table and sat down. Am I being the gentleman as I am? I said, "Oh, how are you doing?" Blah, blah, like this. And I'm thinking, "Oh my God, how can I get out of this?" So anyway, to make a long story short on that, that was like the last time, the first and last time I dated someone who I actually met online. Now there was a time when I had this one girl. I forgot where she was. I still see pictures of her because she's in my files, and she was just adorable, And her and I chat and like this, and and whatever, and so you see, sometimes I get to the point in myself, if I'm talking to a Filipina or if I'm talking to a girl, and in my mind, we're having such a good time. She's not asking me for money. Mind you, she's not asking me for money. In my soul, I say to myself, I want to do something for her. I want to make a difference in her life. And when that hits me, then of course, the best way to make a difference in someone's life is give them money. So this one girl who I met and all that stuff, and I sent her money, and we still made we're friends and all this stuff for the longest time, you know. But the point of the matter is that I sent her money. Now when I got here in the Philippines, someone told me about this app, this place called Dating Asians. And so I figured, well, what the hell? First of all, I can't get past all the information, building a profile, all that stuff like this. It's just so aggravating, It's just so time consuming that I don't really, put a lot of energy into it. I just want to just get through it. So, also when I was in the States, and they were sending me, they're called Plenty of Fish. There's one app called Plenty of Fish. And when I put my profile in, they were sending me the most ugliest girls, the biggest girls. I mean, my God, how can you send a brother girls out like this? And I'm supposed to pick and choose from. So I gave it up because I don't know what it was in my profile that I said, look, let's just send him the ugly ones. So that's what I got. So anyway, I got on this site called Dating Agents. And I chatted with a couple, and this one girl who I chatted with, we actually did a video call a little later on. And in our first, conversation, she says to me, my birthday is next week. I said, stop. I said, stop. Give me your name right now, and I will send you 1,000 pesos. This is before I knew anything about it or whatever. Let me send you 1,000 pesos so you can relieve yourself of your scamming mentality on how to get money from me. So I'm just going to send you this 1,000 pesos so this way we can focus on the task at hand of wanting to get to know each other and see if we can build a relationship together. So I sent her 1,000 pesos. We are still chatting and all this stuff. When we do video chat, she's not really chatting with me. She's sitting in the background with her brother and her sister, her mother, and I'm thinking like, damn, baby, I don't want to chat with your family who can't speak English. I want to chat with you, one of these type of things. And she said she was coming to Cebu. So I said, okay, fine. I said, let's meet. So she said, okay. So as the time got closer, she says, I'm not going to be able to make it to Cebu. So I said, okay, that's fine. She said, why don't you come to my house? Now, mind you, that a foreigner going somewhere that he's never been by himself is a pretty scary thing, especially in a foreign country. You don't know what could happen. You don't know what you're walking into. And so I said, okay. So I said, okay, I will take the chance. I will take every precaution I can. A meet in a public place, and whatever like this. I'm sure I can say, meet me at the Jolly Bee close to the bus station, and that's where I meet you. And then I would get an idea of where to go from there. So as it got close to my departing to where she was at, she texts me, says, "Oh, you can't come to my house, because of my parents, you can't come." And that was when she had decided she'd come to me. And when she canceled that, I said, "Okay, stop, that's it." I said, you've lied to me enough. You have, I can't say she scared me out of money because I sent it to her. Out of the kindness of my heart, I sent it to her. So I broke it off, and I blocked and deleted Dating Agents and never went on the line again to meet somebody, because I knew it's not going to work out. The reason I say that is because there are a lot of guys who are in another country, United States or Australia or wherever it is, chatting with girls online and expecting to build a relationship. And again, I'm not saying it doesn't work, but more times than not, it doesn't. I don't know. I really don't. All I know is that there are a lot of guys out there who are getting ready to retire, and they've had it with their life, in their homes or in the situation they're in now, and they want something new, and the idea of a man in his retirement age having, a 20-year-old or 30-year-old or is very exciting. It's very exciting. Men spend their whole lives, providing for a woman, you know, giving to a woman, taking care of a woman, you know, loving women, and and that's okay, Luna. No, Luna, no, go. You know, and that's their claim to fame. So, you know, why wouldn't he want to have someone young and beautiful, you know, to look at the little last days of his life? You know, but far too many times, you know, they fall to scams. Luna, go. You know, send me the money here. You know, or you know, I had a friend who was sending a girl 5,000 a month, you know, to pay for rent and all this here in the Philippines. And they had planned, Luna, I don't want to see you. Thank you. You know, and was planning on coming to the Philippines. And of course, he was buying the things. He was buying a refrigerator, you know, buying whatever it is she wanted or whatever it is, you know, for their apartment. You know what I'm saying? Like this that she had gotten. And you know, and he kept saying, well, you know, I'm gonna come visit you. Oh, come. You know, I want us to get married. Oh, I want us to do like this, like that. And what happened was that he, Luna, make sure she's not with the puppies. Luna, get out of there. You know, and he said, I'm going to surprise you. I'm going to surprise you. And surprisingly, he did. You know, he packed up and came to the Philippines and went to, you know, where she lived at, knocked on the door and said, honey, I'm home. And she was like, what are you doing here? You can't stay here. Go. And he's like, what do you mean? This is what I've been paying rent here. You know, I've been putting appliances in this house. You know, this is my house. No, you don't understand. I have a husband. Imagine the shock. Now, mind you, he had nowhere else to go. He knew nothing about the Philippines, you know, and it turned out that, you know, she scammed him the whole time. But it was so good that he was willing to pack up everything and come to the Philippines and live with her happily ever after. Heard the story of this one girl. She convinced this guy to build this house in the Philippines for them, you know, and he sent her money to build a house, lots of money, you know, and she's sending him progress reports. If you don't know what progress reports are, pictures of progress report as a structure is getting built. They don't like this, and so, he was expected to come to retire in his house in the Philippines that he bought and paid for and built. When he came to the Philippines and went to the house, they said, this is not your house. This is our house, our home. And no, like this. And it turned out the girl was sending him pictures of a house being built. That wasn't the one that he was sending the money for. She was sending a progress report of a house being built and had scammed him out of all this money. Now, I'm saying this because, you know, you can take the chance of it working out for you on the internet. You know, why not? It's someone to chat to, someone to talk to, especially if you're lonely, you know, you got no one and no one beautiful to look at or what have you, or someone that beautiful taking an interest in you is very flattering. It's very intoxicating, you know, to think that, you know, that this young, beautiful Filipino girl wants you. And she probably does, you know, with all her heart, you know, because she wants to change the conditions of her life, you know. But I stand by what I say. Meeting someone face to face, you know, courting someone, best way of finding someone who you would be willing to settle down with, getting married to. And you stand to, you know, have a lot healthier relationship, I think, if you took that time to meet them face to face. And like I say, on the job is the best way. You know, it's like, you driving and you stop by a fruit stand and you see 4 or 5 Filipino girls working a fruit stand, and you get out and you say, okay, who's married? Who has a boyfriend? Who's single? And you look and you see and you say, wow, I want to talk to you. You can be that blunt and that open here in the Philippines. They probably might get laughed at or something like this or whatever. And he wants to talk to you. He wants to talk to you. But if you prove yourself to be sincere, coming by and saying hi and talking to them, and eventually, if they go on a date with you, and you get to learn more about them. To me, that's a healthier way of finding someone for yourself. I came here by myself. I came here with just $500 in my pocket. That's all I had. 500. It was the second week of the month, so that means 2 weeks. 2 weeks I had to live off of $500, which is I don't know what, 25,000 pesos. And it didn't last. But I met someone. I met a girl who was working. She was a security guard. And I took her to lunch every day, because every time I passed by where she's working at, I said, hi, you got a boyfriend? No. You got a husband? No. You got kids? Like this. And I said, I'll take you to lunch every day. So every day at 11 o'clock when I pass by, when I hit the block, I can see a friend saying, here he comes. It's 11 o'clock. Here he comes. And I proved to her that I was consistent. I proved to her that I was reliable. I proved to her that I was someone she could trust. And we ended up dating. See? So anyway, I want to say that, my coming here, was not my intent to find a Filipino girl. My intent was to finish my magazine, my Las Vegas magazine that I changed to Filipino Soul, in 2 weeks. But that was my goal to finish my magazine. And when my 30 days were up, I said, hell with it. I'm not leaving. I'm staying here. I like this so much. At first, I thought Filipino girls weren't attracted to blacks. You know what I'm saying? Because I kind of got this vibe from them. That was like, Then they would tell me, no, you're too big. I say, no, that's the other black guy. I'm not too big. but eventually I found out I was wrong. But the reason why I think a lot of Filipinos, don't talk to blacks is because of their partners. Because their partners are from other countries, from the U.S., from Australia, from wherever it is, and they bring their prejudices with them when they come here. So being around a black man is almost, no, taboo, no, he's black, no. That's the impression I get, and I've experienced it firsthand, But I got one guy, retired police officer, New York police officer. As soon as I walked in, he said, "Oh, here comes the trigger." And I said, "Oh man, wow, like this," and it's like, wow, There's one thing when I think I know, how you feel. It's another thing when you tell me how you feel, and now it's up to me to decide: do I hit him in the mouth or just chalk him off as an old man in his ways? But anyway, that's what I want to share with you. Fine, there are a lot of good women out here in the Philippines. And a lot of them may not be tens, you know, but their heart, their loyalty uh, is beyond 10. And you can find them. So if you're in another country right now and you're looking at this video and you are a chatting to a Filipina and talk about come visit her, stop. Plan to come to the Philippines by yourself. You're doing it coming by yourself. If you say you're coming to meet somebody, you're still by yourself because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what kind of situation you'll find yourself in. So it's best you be the master of your own of destiny. Come by yourself. Plan 2 weeks by yourself. You don't need nobody to hold your hand to walk you around. You're a man. Some of you been to war. My God, some of you been to prison. You know how to handle yourself. So just come. Just find an island, any island, it doesn't matter. I came to Cebu first because they told me that's where the most beautiful women were, and I just like the name of it, Cebu. So yeah, find some place and plan a 2-week trip. And take your time and meet someone. You will. There's always someone out there for everybody. Okay, this is Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. Remember, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Never disrespect the elderly and always pull someone up. And sometimes you'll be the only one to see a vision. And the best revenge in life is to live good. I'm living good today. I hope you are too. And if you're lucky enough to have a woman like Ollie Wilson, former lead singer of the Temptation One song, treat her like a lady. Luna, come here, Luna. Come here. And ladies, come here. Speak. Come here. And if you're lucky enough to have a woman, if you're lucky enough to have a good man like me, make him feel like a king. This is Luna. And remember, never say no. And may you live to be 100, and me 100 minus a day. So I'll never know that nice people like you have gone away. No kissing. Okay? I'll always love you more. Speak, Luna. Speak. You gonna speak? I'll always love you more. I'll talk to you later. Peace.